Hello everyone and welcome back to Urbe Salus. I'm leader Ames J15 and this is episode 12 of our Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. Before we jump in, if there's anything that we can pray for, please let us know. The link will be in the email will be in the description. It is also the business inquiry link on the description of the YouTube channel itself. In those two same places, you can find the subdomain for our server. So please join us there. And I posted a announcement on the YouTube channel detailing that for the time being, I can only welcome new players onto the server on the weekends at select times, which I will announce. I will announce when I'm available to let new players on. How that works is, players who've been on the server before that are in good standing and have a spawn point outside of the original spawn point will be able to play on the server without my presence. However, in order to get a new player on the server, I have to be there to go through the whole process of getting a new player on the server. So. I'm going to pause the game for a second. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have our verse for today. Okay, so our verse for this video will be coming from the book of Romans, or the epistle of Romans, because it was a letter written to the congregation in Rome by Paul. So I will be in the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 17, and I'll be reading from the NIV translation. Romans 10:17. Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. That is our verse for this video. Romans 10:17, and I was reading from the NIV version. So, we are going to hop into this game. And before we do, I'm going to outline our objectives, just to kind of get a mental map for myself. So when I left off last time, we did some exploration and found a village in one Minecraft day, which was pretty spectacular. It was definitely a blessing, and if you're looking at this absolutely unreasonable amount of shovels, I traded with a villager for emeralds. So I traded some wheat for emeralds. And then I went back and I traded various emeralds for bread and shovels. So I have no emeralds right now, but I have a bunch of bread and I have a bunch of shovels. And I don't know why I did that. I mean, I do use a lot of shovels, so it did help. I was hoping maybe to conserve some of those emeralds, though. But that did not happen. So I do use a lot of shovels because I'm constantly terraforming for farms and stuff like that, but still, it may be worth it in the future. I'm hoping I can get enough potatoes and carrots to trade again with one of the farmers and get some more emeralds, and this time not buy all the food they have. So there's that. I think what I'll do Let's go ahead and bring next harvest, I'll bring back 32 hay bales. Because I did pick up a lot of hay. And I need to bring back some carrots and stuff, because I took some carrots from the villagers, and I feel like it would be a good idea to return those carrots back to them. But first I'm going to invest them so that when I return, I can bring them a little more carrots. I have my own carrot farm, so. That is where it's at right now. The big goal for this video is to get a slime. And in the process, I'm going to explain some of the benefits of being a citizen of Urbe Salus. There was no cleric, so I'm stuck with this survival food, which is like a billion years old. And yeah. But anyway, talking about the benefits of being a citizen of Urbe Salus, one of them is taking advantage of some of the landmarks. And certain of these landmarks are only going to be available to certain people with certain jobs, like barracks, or bunkers, excuse me. Bunkers, of course, are only going to be available to administrative staff and the town hall, or the Urbe Salus guard services. And inside the train stations, for those that work at the train stations. So that's one of the things. Disclaimer there. But pretty much any other place is available. Any other public place is available to the general Urbe Salus public. And that is where you can look for certain resources, maybe that are hard to find. And if you know that you're looking for a difficult resource, then you might try looking in a particular spot in Urbe Salus. I mean, like, if you're looking for books, like Book and Quill, you go to the library and I would just submit a request for a Book and Quill. The library staff would just be able to give you a straight up empty Book and Quill. Of course, that's not a huge resource as far as general gaming goes. But perhaps you're looking for a special type of mob. You might go to a mine that has already been established. Or pretty much any land that isn't owned by another citizen of Urbe Salus. But like food, if you have gold or iron or even coal, then you can get food at the nearest Urbe Salus cafeteria. And the way you do this is you just trade in. There will be a banker there. And this banker It'll be a villager with a monocle and like a gold badge. And this banker will take everything from coal to nether stars. And you can trade that in for currency that is of equivalent value according to the Urbe Salus scales. So the reason I'm talking about this, because we are going to take a trip. We are going to take an overnight trip to Bunker 2. And part of this trip I'm not going to record. It's going to be a rather short portion of the trip that isn't recorded. And the reason I'm not going to record this is for the security of Bunker 2 and anyone who may be working there in the future. Aside from this, you will get to see inside of Bunker 2, as well as what it's like to go on the Urbe Salus Railroad in survival, because it's pretty much what everybody is going to be playing in Urbe Salus. It's going to be survival mode. So, I'm going to take a trip to Harbor City, which is not going to be difficult because I chose a living space very close to Harbor City. Of course, I just heard a zombie, so I'm gonna skedaddle. Okay. So this is Harbor City. And I could have chose to live in one of the temporary rooms, but that wouldn't really be much hard work. So you're in Harbor City, and you notice these pathways. At this crossroads is where you can find this sign that will tell you where everything is. So if you're looking for the Swampside River Marina, which is where you're going to want to go to get to the rail station, just come over here. I could have taken the path. It's probably a good idea. There we go. Take path. There's the Swampside River Marina. I can't believe I didn't glow that one. Need to fix that. Okay. So, when you get to the Swampside River Marina, come to the other side. Here is the Harbor City rail station, or minecart station, if you will. Ooh. I'm just gonna hop out. There we go. So, that's going to need to be fixed, but on that, it is starting to get dark. So, we're going to take a 9-minute ride on the Urbe Salus minecart rails. I did a tutorial on these past. And if it is not exactly 9 minutes, it's somewhere close to 9 minutes. So it goes across the vast ocean here. all the way to the Urbe Salus library. And this Urbe Salus library has a central station. To which more additions can be made once people join the server and join the construction crew. So you can establish more cities in Urbe Salus, and we can hook it up to the rail station. And probably the most efficient way, as far as building processes go, is to have the central station be the central hub. And up here on the side, we can see the operator's compound, which is the headquarters of the Sky Guard. So anyone who wants to join the Sky Guard, here is your headquarters. It's a tower that floats on the platform above the ocean. But a system using the main station at the library might not provide the fastest rail time, but from a networking perspective, it would be less complicated. So to get to a neighboring city, as long as it's not too far away, the better way would be by force, if you have, or if you just. But if you want to get to a city that's further away, there's not going to be a direct line to that city, unless we get a really big construction crew and they want to be that dedicated. But as far as simplicity goes, you will take the rail from that city to the central station, and at the central station is where you will take the rail to the city. From a networking perspective, this is much more simple. And that's where the efficiency comes from, as far as networking all of these rails together. However, it wouldn't be as efficient on time. So, if you would like a better rail station system, if you would like a better rail system, join the construction crew. And encourage others to join also. Of course, we'll also need our guards and people to work in cafeterias and stuff like that. So, all viable options. I'm going to stop recording, and I will record again once we get to it. Alright, we're on the home stretch. Here you can see the Urbe Salus library. And while I'm here, I might stop at this nearby village and see who lives here. So that'll be another advantage to being in Urbe Salus, and that will be any of these villages in these landmarks and stuff will be available to the general Urbe Salus public. So, like this village over here, like it would be extremely rude to just destroy the village, but you could use some of its resources. Though I would encourage a system where you use the resources and then return them, at least after you've farmed enough. Kind of like investment. But I've come at a somewhat inconvenient time. But that's because I started during the day. If you start at nighttime, unless I calculated incorrectly, you should get here during the daytime, because night is 7 minutes and right is 9. So you should be 2 minutes into the day. Under normal circumstances, that is. That's a creeper. I'm mapping out and trying to see, can I get to the library without anything attacking me? I'm gonna try. Ow. Nothing has attacked me so far. Whew, excuse me. So, made it to the library without too much scary happening, but I didn't bring food. Oh, that was wise. That was really, really wise. But this is the library if you haven't seen. And these are the signs we have on our front desk. We copy and share our books. Request a copy today. So instead of checking out a book, you would get a free copy because it's not a hassle for us to make copies of books. So instead of checking it out, you'd go and get the book that you want a copy of, bring it to the front desk, they'll copy it, give you your copy, there you go. If you want to donate a book to the library, then you will need to get an author's license because we want to make sure the books in our library are not what we would consider inappropriate for all ages. So that anybody can read the books in the library and we can all participate together safely. And also it says, have you read our book laws? So most of the stuff in the library right now, and I'm pretty sure that this server's library has more books than this library because I updated some things, but book regulations. Here we go. So here's our book regulations, and I made some changes in the actual Urbe Salus library on the server, because you can't copy this book. So, but if you want to look at our laws, they will be in the library. So that's where you can find more about how you can contribute and how you can write your own book. So that's a resource available there. And also, if you need book and quill, just go to the library. Like, we will give out free book and quill. No problem with that, because it's not hard for us to get a hold of. I'm going to take a visit to this village and see if they have some food. Because I didn't bring any. And then what I shall have to do is bring them some food back. To be a neighborly person. Anybody home? Ooh. Oh, but we have someone who does weaving. I wonder if there are any villagers here. Now that is a good question, because I'm not going to talk about what's about to happen to that hog, but there's a villager. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are in what's going on? It's dark, but it's almost noon. Where's the door? Is the door behind? Hello, sir. Who are you? Cleric? Oh, I found a cleric. Okay, well, sir, I shall be bringing some rotten flesh very soon. Oh, 1 melon. 12 melons. 19 melons. 24 melons. Okay, I shall have to bring back 24 melons. There we go. Food now. So I shall eat. Everybody is stirring. I shall investigate who lives in this village, because armor. I shall have to come visit sometime later. This village has a wealth of resources, like a cleric, so I can get rid of my okay, rotten flesh, because I'd rather have emeralds than rotten flesh. It's just it's one of those things. I want emeralds. Or something better than rotten flesh, at least. You, sir, who are you? A cartographer. Ah. Sorry. Bread? You have bread. Okay. Yeah. You can keep your bread. I have plenty of bread. I have a wheat farm. Ouch! Not nice. I shall be hightailing it out of here very soon. gather the sugarcane and run. So, this is where I'll stop my recording, and I will see you at Bunker 2. Alright, everybody, welcome to Bunker 2. So, in the process of getting here, I got some sugarcane and some chicken and some beef. Ugh. I'm just a hungry person today. Because of my health. And it is now nighttime, so I'm glad to be in a very well lit place. And Bunker 2 is very well lit. At least I thought it was. I just heard a sound. Ah, that's what I was looking for. This right here. Do you see this, people? They spawn like crazy in Bunker 2. And I need the drops from this guy. See? There we go. And if anybody thinks I'm crazy, that's a very plausible hypothesis. But slimes spawn like crazy down here, and I need a slime ball to get a lead so I can get a horse. Isn't it crazy how we will go to extreme measures just to get certain resources? But yes, this is Bunker 2. So, we'll do some sightseeing while we're here. Such as the automatic armor. So, there's more than just one of these open in the actual server, though they're not complete. If I were to click on any of these, I wouldn't get anything. Let me think. If I were to click on maybe... No, not that one. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't get anything from any of these because my rank is so high, but basically these are organized by branch of the guard services and by rank. So all of our commanding officers are going to be administrators or operators. So they're going to have their own little automatic armor place. But this is our little armory, and if my rank was 1 through 2 and I click this, I would get armor and tools and weapons corresponding to that rank. And this is our aquarium full of axolotl. And our pool. It's actually more of a diving pool than anything else, but it is pretty deep. If you notice, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 or 9 blocks deep. It is dark inside. So this glass does not allow light in or out. it is tinted glass. So, ouch. That's going to cost me. If I were to stained glass like this, I'd get this nice blue color, but light still goes through. Tinted glass doesn't have different colors, but it does not allow light to pass through. Just in case anyone did not get the update. I'm getting out of here before any more of those attack me. Actually, I'm going to wait until the sun comes out. I don't want to be up there when the monsters come out. That would be not nice. Okay. So, I'm going to return home. Start a melon farm. Bring back 24 melons. And make some leads so I can get a horse. And I think getting the horse will be our last thing for this video and episode of our Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. If you haven't already, please check out the tutorials if you're new to Urbe Salus or are looking for any particular Minecraft tips that we might have. Mining tips are usually scattered out throughout these survival videos because I do a good deal of mining. And every now and then I'll do a video like this showcasing a certain aspect of Urbe Salus and giving you some tips on getting resources. The best way I can think if you're not a member of the guard, if you try to do something like this and get slime ball, ask one of your friends who is in the guard to get some for you. Maybe trade. Or maybe not. I mean, it's not that hard. Unless you get hurt by the slime, but this is the one place I could think of where they actually spawn pretty often. So I will start recording again when I get back home.